Hi PN, it's not Wednesday. This is probably the last video I'll see from this home. I'm really gonna miss this view and this deck. Oh my god, this deck. But unfortunately our landlord is selling this house, so we have to be out. We've already found a new place to live. So this week has been really crazy, just full of packing and like trying to get everything together before the weekend, before we move. So I'm sorry that this video didn't get put up on time, but I still wanted to make it, and I'm going to. I'm just gonna post it on the weekend, so sorry. So this week's kind of fun. We're talking about old YouTube. God, I miss old YouTube. There's something about that 2006 to like 2011 YouTube that I just like love so much. Last time I went to VidCon was 2012, and I went to the third or second VidCon in 2011, and it was just the best time. There was just something about a YouTuber that you loved that wasn't quite a celebrity. It was somebody that was still very accessible to you. I mean, you could walk the halls of VidCon and you're like, that's Wheezy Waiter, and everybody was fairly polite, just like, hey, I like your videos. He's like, cool. And now it's like security and autograph signings and extra things you have to do to just talk to your favorite YouTuber. And there's a gap there that just got filled with like not what we loved about YouTube. So that was kind of a bummer. And that's part of the reason I don't really make videos on my channel anymore. There just wasn't really a community anymore. And I also sort of fell out of love with video making, but I'm so glad we still do this because it gives me a chance to be on YouTube still and to still talk to all of you. So I have not abandoned YouTube completely, and I still watch Wheezy Waiter videos, I still watch Vlogbrother videos, and just because from our live show like a few weeks ago, Kat and Ryan were talking about this cool new era of YouTube of like video essays, so I have just been like diving deep into that, like super hardcore. Like I will spend 3 hours watching 3 videos that are like an hour long on like a topic that's like very serious or very fun or whatever it is. I just think it's like one of the coolest forms of YouTube that I've been excited about in a long time. There was a sense of community that just doesn't seem to be there anymore. And that is part of the reason that YouTube to me just sort of lost its fun. Lost the things that I really liked about it. And like if you look at something like Vlogbrothers that has the Nerd Fighter following, that has stayed pretty consistent with what it used to be compared to what it is now. I mean, obviously it's bigger, and when things get bigger, things get different, but the concept of that being a community is still the same. And I think John and Hank have worked really hard to keep it that way. And that's part of the reason I still like to watch their videos. So I'm not on Twitch. I've sort of taken what I used to love about YouTube and I've just applied it to different facets. So podcasting is really big for me now. I love to listen to podcasts. I love to host podcasts and interact with them and have my own. And that sort of conversation is what I always liked about YouTube. And so I'm just bringing that over to a different platform. I'm bringing that into podcasts and bringing that into my website, which if you haven't checked out, it's hollishills.com. Where I do weekly updates on monthly challenges and just really talk to an audience again, because there's something about that that I feel like YouTube isn't meant for that anymore. I feel like if I just opened my camera up every day after work and told you about my day, like nobody would care, nobody would interact, and people used to want to do stuff like that, and so that's sort of the part of YouTube that has disappeared for me that I used to really love. So YouTube's changed. I don't know if it's for the better or for the worse, probably for the worst. At least like we said before, they finally tried to get rid of Google+. So there's steps forward somewhere. My nerdy pleasure this week was a simple one. I just turned on the news early. Wizard World Con is here in Portland, and our local newscaster was dressed as Xenon, and I knew right away. Like I turned it on, it was like 6 in the morning, and it was like Xenon was in my face. And she like didn't look exactly like her. Like she had a brunette, she was brunette, and then she had like the buns instead of like the long pigtails, but like the costume was there, and I was like, this is cool. So that's kind of my little nerdy pleasure. And my question for you guys is there like one feature you can think of that if YouTube brought back, or if something in the YouTube community changed, one big thing, would you come back and do more videos? Would you interact more on YouTube? Let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, bye guys.